Hey everyone, this is alexusadays, and we're continuing Python for quality assurance, and we're going to talk about Python core data types today. So core data types for QA that we will use all the time. We have int, which is integer or a whole number, and whenever we want to store a whole number like a 200, 10, 1, the data type for that will be integer. If we want to store something with a decimal, we will use float, so a decimal numbers. For example, we need to store a price, which is $19.99. We will use float for that. We also have booleans, and booleans are either true or false. They can be used as an on-off flag. For example, is success stores true? That means there was a success for a particular operation. If is success equal false, that means something failed. For example, the same thing here with an error. Has error equals false means there's no issue, and has error equals true, that means an error actually occurred. We also have a string, which is a text. For example, we need to store a message or we need to store an email. We will store it in quotes and then store in a variable, and that will be a string data type. We also have none when there's a value missing, so there's no result. Equals none means there's nothing there. We will also use this container types, and each will have its own lesson, but we'll have a brief coverage here. So we will use lists, and within the list value stored in square brackets, and it's a mutable ordered collection. That means you have multiple values stored in the list, and you can change those values, reassign the values within the list. We also have tuple, and values stored in parentheses, and it's an ordered collection that is immutable. So that means if we have coordinates 10 and 20, we cannot go and reassign the first value within this tuple. It's immutable. We also have dictionaries, and dictionaries store value in curly braces, and they store them in the key value pairs. So for example, here we have a user, and it has email. That's a key, and the value for that email is test@example.com. Or we have role, and the value for that role is admin. We also have set, and values stored in set or also in curly braces, but they don't have key value pairs. Sets store unique values. So this I used a lot in API tests, test data, and config files. We will dive deeper into them in the next lessons. We will talk about lists, tuples, set, dictionaries, and also JSON. Now, there are some other Python data types, but we will have only overview of those because you're not going to use them much or ever. Maybe you might spot them in someone else's code, but you're not going to use them in your automation as much as you'd use the other types. So we have complex, and the complex numbers are used in math or science. We have range, and it's a sequence of numbers, and it will be used with loops, and we'll probably see those in the course. We also have frozen set, and it's a set that is immutable, can't be changed. We also have bytes, byte array, memory view. They work with raw binary data, files, network, and so on. So we won't focus on these in this course because most QA automation can be done with integer, float, boolean, string, non, list, tuple, dictionary, and set. It's enough to know these other types exist in case you see them in other people's code or documentation, but you will rarely need them in day-to-day QA automation. So now let's look at all of this in an actual code. Okay, so I have the file with all the types we talked about. If you highlight the whole thing and then press Control/, you will place a comment for everything that was highlighted. So none of the code is going to run now. If I'll click right mouse and then say run Python core data type file, we will see there's no output because everything is commented out. So I'm going to go in and comment to see what it produces, type by type. So the very first one is integer, which is whole numbers. And here we stored 200 integer, and it's a whole number. And here inside status code variable, we stored a whole number or integer 200. And here we have a command on line 3 that says print. And then in parentheses, we have type, and then parentheses inside status code, the variable is inside. So let's right click and run it. And we see that class or data type is integer, right? Okay, let's comment this back off. The next one is float, and this is a decimal number, right? So we have a price, USD is 19.99. We're gonna print, and then we will print the type of this variable. Let's run again. And we can see now it's float in the console. Comment this out. So here we have Boolean, and I store two variables, so success true or has error false. What we're going to print is success, so both of them are the same type. It's either true or false, but the same type Boolean. Different value, but the same type. Let's run it. Class Boolean right here. Then we have string text. That's uncommented. With control // we're gonna type print type of the variable message. Okay, we can see it str, so string or text. And then here we have none. Uncomment that. Let's run it, and we can see none type was printed out when we printed the response body type on line 20. Comment this back on. And now we have some collections preview. So here I'm just gonna grab the whole thing and uncomment it. So here we have a list, and it's mutable order collection status codes with multiple different status codes stored. Here we have a tuple. It's order collection that is immutable. And we have two strings stored inside for the credentials. Here we have dictionary, and it has key value pairs stored. Here's email, test user example, role, admin, active, true. So that's a string, and that's a Boolean. They all stored within this dictionary. And at the end, we have set, which will only store unique values. So you see there's a 200, 201, and then 400, and then 400 again. But only one 400 will be stored because set stores unique values. They have to be unique. So only one will appear. I'm going to print the list. I'm going to print the tuple, and I'm going to print dictionary and a set. And let's take a look at the output. So here's our list of the status codes. Here's our credentials in the tuple. Here's our dictionary. And here is our set with only 400 once being printed out. You see, we had two, but only one got printed out. Okay, so this all are the variables that we're going to start with. All right, so I uncommented everything except the comments themselves. Let me run it again. And we have our types printed out, and we have our actual data printed out, stored in different collections. All right, looking good. Okay, yeah, this is it. This is the data types that we will be using in automation for the most part. And I will see you in the next lesson.